Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas, and we bring you the latest in everything cool every single day. Thank you so much for joining us for this new episode of EP Live. We are back from our trip to Montreal, where we checked out the Shadow of the Tomb Raider video game, and we're going to tell you a little bit more about that in this episode. I traveled with the lovely and talented Blake Siefkin, and then I met the lovely and talented Marissa Roberto, and we reviewed Avengers, Infinity War, which I hope you've watched, and then I came back and I reviewed a spoiler review with the lovely and talented Johnny Millennium on our Film Fury channel, a spoiler review of Avengers Infinity War. So it has been on our minds quite a bit, and we will discuss a little bit of that today as well. But we've got to get started with our rundown. Carrie Dustin gets the rundown today. He says, Stranger Things might own Netflix, but EPN has established itself as the most valuable and original show on YouTube. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Carrie. This rundown is all yours. Loads of new content has come crashing into Fortnite, literally. The fourth season of the hit online game began early this morning with a massive meteorite impact in the middle of the map. The impact has altered the landscape with craters and other debris, especially around the Dusty Depot area, and there's also a totally new area that's been added to the north of the map. New skins and alien items called Hop Rocks have been added as well, giving players a low gravity boost. As for the original Save the World portion of the game, that's been given a new quest line. Nobody plays the Save the World portion of the game. Everybody's playing the Battle Royale mode. Everybody, I mean everyone around the world is playing this damn game. I've played it a little bit. It's cool. I checked it out on my iPhone. It's pretty cool. It runs well. But I have an issue with this, constant sort of giving over to, leveling up and incrementally sort of getting a little bit better in a multiplayer experience. I've decided, I've really kind of clued into the fact that I love the story-based stuff a lot more, and I feel like I need to sit down and really progress and see new things. That's why I love games like God of War. But I want to get back into this because I know it's a lot of fun. I was impressed with what I played. I actually liked my experience with Fortnite a little bit more than PUBG, although PUBG has got some great elements in it as well. They're both really solid, fun games, but they're really meant for people that just love that multiplayer sort of competitive experience. I'm gonna jump in though. It's too damn cool. Maybe I should do a versus, huh? Should I do a versus? Maybe I'll do it with Johnny or something, coerce him to play both of these Battle Royale games. That would be fun. Capcom has found yet another cool way to cash in on their classic Mega Man library. The publisher is teaming up with retro gaming giant IM8-bit to release two collectible cartridges for the NES game Mega Man 2 and the SNES game Mega Man 10. Or Mega Man X. They'll each come in different colors, including translucent glow-in-the-dark blue, and both cartridges will actually work with the original consoles and run the actual games. Capcom and IM8-bit did something similar with a Street Fighter II cartridge last year. Quantities are limited, just 8,500 units each, and they'll cost a bit more than they did back in the day. $100 US gets you these new cartridges. They arrived this September, right around the same time that the all-new game, Mega Man 11, arrives on modern consoles. This just goes to show you, the importance of retro gaming is not fading, and we're even going so far as to make these cartridges collectible items and valuable items to have in collections today, and I think that's marvelous. I mean, you obviously have to have a lot of money and the space and the desire to kind of augment whatever NES and SNES collection you've got going already, but I think it's really cool, and they're more art pieces than they are state-of-the-art experiences or anything like that. I just think it's really clever, and it's really tapping into that sort of love, it's that same kind of love. And I've rediscovered it too because my wife bought us a record player over the holidays. And, I go into a record store and I buy a classic LP that's been used and the cover's all been sort of frayed a little bit, but the record still plays on the record player, and you realize that that's sort of like a time machine, This isn't quite the same thing because these are all brand new parts and a brand new thing and brand new box, and everything's supposed to be meticulous, and I'm sure that whoever buys these things will probably put them in glass cases. But still, great works of art. I love IM8-bit, and I love Capcom, and the thing that I appreciate about Capcom too is they really respect the fact that they have created this legacy artwork, and they do a pretty good job at celebrating it over and over again. And speaking of Mega Man, we're going to be talking a little bit more. We're going to be talking about not Mega Man, but something very much influenced by Mega Man a little bit later in the show. It looks like the Call of Juarez series might be changing hands. Game maker Techland, who developed all 4 games in the series, has announced that they've bought the publishing rights to the latest game, or to their latest game, or their last game, 2013's Call of Juarez Gunslinger, from former publisher Ubisoft. The game was actually removed from Steam a month ago, but now that Techland is publishing it, they're putting it back up for sale. I did this as a buried treasure not too long ago. It's unclear what this means for the rest of the Call of Juarez games or the future of the series. Does Ubisoft still own the franchise, or does Techland? Techland isn't saying, and we've reached out to Ubisoft for clarification. Well, this is clearly Techland kind of, taking back what's rightfully theirs, and also sort of showing the world that they are a publisher unto their own right. Dying Light has become a phenomenal success for this company, and I love Dying Light. That's a terrific zombie hunting game. If you haven't played that sucker, you definitely got to check it out. They keep adding new content to it because the user base is huge for Dying Light, and I believe that they have an opportunity here with Call of Juarez, especially kind of lifting on, the hype surrounding Red Dead Redemption 2. Cowboys are going to be all the rage in video games very soon, and this is an opportunity for these guys to kind of get back into that space and own it. And I suspect that they're going to be doing some things with multiplayer that sort of keep these things played for a long, long time. Perhaps a battle royale mode in a first-person Western game. I wouldn't be surprised. An even bigger media franchise has just found a new home. Hasbro has bought the rights to the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers franchise from previous owner Saban Brands for just over $500 million. This includes the film and television rights, of course, and of course the toys, which Hasbro has already helped create in partnership with Saban Brands. Hasbro says that they see great potential in the Power Rangers brand, so expect to see a lot more new toys, TV shows, and movies in the future. Hasbro owns other big franchises like G.I. Joe, Transformers, and My Little Pony, so this opens up loads of crossover potential. And I don't know what you're suggesting here, Blake. Are you saying that we're going to see a G.I. Joe, Transformers, My Little Pony, Power Rangers movie? My Little Pony's going in there too? Well, my daughter's going to be all over that. No, but seriously, the last Power Rangers movie, I actually enjoyed. It was good, cheesy fun. That looked like a Transformers movie. So, like, we are so close to steps to that. It's insane. And I guess Michael Bay will be involved somehow. And maybe we're going to see Shia LaBeouf in a Power Ranger suit. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But I think this is a good move for Hasbro. I think Power Rangers is still adored by many, many people out there. I had fun at that flick. I don't really have any allegiance to the classic Power Rangers stuff. It was a little out of my age bracket, but I digged it, I dug it, and I think this is a good move on Hasbro's part. And I think if you've been, somewhat amused or somewhat entertained by what Hasbro has been doing with their movies, I think this bodes well. And I think clearly, Marvel has been teaching all of these meta-universe property holders a lot of great lessons. And I suspect that we're going to, and even Universal with Fast and the Furious, I suspect we're going to be seeing, a lot more allegiance to what the fans have asked for and have demanded, and the criticisms are going to be heard. And we'll see. We'll see. They own the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too, as well, don't they? No, that's a totally different brand? Okay. Totally different company? We'll see. Maybe not for long. Hasbro seems to be swooping these things up. Okay, well now, last but not least, Marvel and Disney have released a new trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp. I have not seen the trailer yet. Blake said, let's do a live reaction thing on EP today, and we're gonna try something brand new. And why don't we do that right now? I'm gonna roll the trailer, and we're just gonna shoot video. And obviously, Evangeline Lilly is a co-star in this movie. She was in the last Ant-Man movie too, and we used to work with her here on EP, and I think most of you probably know that already, but I can't believe the career she's had. She's a superhero now. So let's check out the trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp. So give me a second here, Blake. I'm just going to pop this into full screen here, and we are going to roll. It's 2 minutes, 17 seconds. Let's go. Let's do this.
So, how long have you been Ant-Man again?
Oh, this is crazy.
It just sort of happened.
Oh my God.
I wish I could fight bad guys like you.
Oh my
I seem
God.
to mess it up almost every time.
So they're going all in on Giant Man.
Maybe you just need someone watching your back.
Wow.
Like a partner.
There's our girl.
Tim, I actually heard what happened to you. You opened up the quantum realm. That's when this crazy creepy ghost would like walks through walls and stuff.
Michael Pena was one of the standouts of the first movie. He made that movie so fun.
Over the world or whatever. Who would have believed that in your hour of need you would turn to us?
Not me.
Okay. I got to roll back here for a second here. Now, who was this? This was Ghost. Who? Oh, she just phased through the
walls and stuff. Stole your tech.
That's cool. She phased through the wall like that. That's pretty rad.
Now she wants to take over the world or whatever.
I don't know who that actor is.
Who would have believed that in your hour of need you would turn to us?
Not me.
Because we robbed you. Do you remember? That's us.
The only chance we've got is both of you.
Ant-Man and the Wasp teaming up.
Follow my lead.
Oh, wow.
She seems more intense.
What? What the hell was that? There was an ant playing drums. What the frack is happening here? This is like a Cronenberg movie all of a sudden. That salt effect was unbelievable.
More intense.
This is really cool.
You go low, I'll go high.
I have wings. Why would I go low?
We're gonna die. I don't want to die. We didn't die.
So everybody can get shrunk and everybody can grow with this tech now.
What'd I miss? We were just tiny.
This is cool.
I was partners with Hank on a project called Goliath.
How big did you get?
My record, 21 feet. You?
65 feet.
65.
Oh man, I love Paul
If you
Rudd.
two are finished comparing sizes,
65.
Oh god, that looks great. What I loved about the first Ant-Man movie was that it was a totally separate experience from the rest of the Marvel stuff, and it was definitely more about humor and comedy, and they nailed it. Michael Pena was, rapid fire kind of retelling all the stuff, and it felt more, it's smaller, no pun intended, and I actually liked it better the second time I saw it on a small airplane screen. I don't know, it was like I focused in on it a little bit more, and I heard all the jokes, and I just loved it. That was a great trailer, and not only is it smaller and more contained and a little more personal, and you can tell, and like it's not as epic, it's not Thanos coming in, but it does feel like there is real consequence and real, no pun intended, real weight to some of the stuff that's going on, and all of the characters are kind of meshing closer together, and I love the Wasp's outfit and the Wasp powers, and I love that there's a big emphasis on the fact that Ant-Man can shrink and grow and do all these other kinds of cool things, and we're going to be shrinking buildings and stuff. I can't wait to see this flick, and it looks like it's gonna. I keep have these size allegories. I can't help myself. It's going to scale nicely next to the epic size of Avengers: Infinity War. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a great fit. And they said that the trailer was going to answer, and I must have missed it, but they answered why the Ant-Man wasn't a part of the stuff that was going on in Avengers: Infinity War. Didn't really, did it? No, it's just sort of like there's something bad going on, and Ant-Man and the Wasp have to kind of focus in on that. But I liked the charm in there. I liked the repartee and the back and forth. I think it's Peyton Reed that directed this one again. He did a great job with the last one, ticking over for Edgar Wright, who was kind of, at odds with Marvel and left the project at kind of the 11th hour. This looks really solid, man. My fingers are crossed. And big round of applause for Evangeline Lilly, who just keeps kicking ass in Hollywood. So impressed, so proud of that incredible person. And that was rad.